Hi, my name is Eric, and I'm a clown teacher.
So why did you want to become a clown?
Well, it's really a sad tale. I've been doing theater since I was in kindergarten. I've been doing improvisation for about 28 years, and I've been teaching for about 25 years. But unfortunately, about 7 years ago, I had a very life-changing event. I found out I had cancer on my kidney. Now, just by happenstance, it was caught early, stage 1. So I ended up getting that taken care of. But through that emotional journey, I thought, well, I created myself a bucket list. And I figured out a few things I wanted to do before I died. And one of those was to become a clown and to learn magic, which since then I've learned both. So about 6.5 years ago, I took my first clown class. That's where it all started. I found it to be strange and way different than what I imagined it would be. But I ended up falling in love with the process and really just loved it so much that I got into teaching.
What is it like being a clown?
Well, most people don't know you're a clown when you're off stage. When you're on stage, it's very freeing because you can do whatever you want, right? You can do all those things that you try to hide from other people. You can be as emotional as you want to be. You can be as stupid as you want to be. You can be as silly as you want to be.
How has being a clown helped you, and how can it help others?
The way it's helped me and the way it can help others is I think it gets you in touch with your emotions to a point. All those emotions you try to hide, all the anger and embarrassment and fear, you confront those and you make peace with them. You kind of use them as play. So you bring those out when you're on stage in a playful way. And people can see that and they respond to it positively. For me personally, it makes me feel better, makes me in touch with the emotions better. And for other people, I think it can help them do exactly the same thing. Not be afraid of failure. I think people don't know how emotional and draining it is. Because whenever I do a clown act, I'm on stage for maybe 10 minutes. And when I'm done, I am just exhausted because I've let all of my emotions out at a level 10 for 10 minutes. And it's tiring. I feel very, very sleepy when I'm done and exhausted and glad it's over, but happy because I just entertained an audience.
Is there a dark side to being a clown?
There can be a dark side to being a clown. The dark side to being a clown would be really letting the emotions that you bring up overtake you. Our job through our classes is to take the emotions inside of us, anger, fear, happiness, and sadness, and play with them like a game. But if you let them take care of you, you can really have some dark consequences. Again, that's very rare. But I have seen people just not be able to handle it at various times.
What are your thoughts on the Joker being a clown?
I think the Joker was a pretty terrible clown, right? And I think that's part of the point, is that he was pretty much a failure from the beginning of the film, if we're talking about the film. And I think he used it as a way to make himself different, right? I don't think he's representative of clowns in general. I think he's very interesting, and I think because of his makeup and costume and everything, I think people are unsure of him, and he uses that to his advantage. It's part of the way he controls other people and makes himself stand out and perhaps be superior to people who just don't want to deal with that.
Why do you think people have phobias of clowns?
I think people have phobias of clowns because clowns in general, especially when they have a lot of makeup and have strange hair and strange hats and strange clothes, they probably seem inhuman. Now, that's not our intention, right? When I do clowning, and the way our school teaches it, is that we just wear a red nose and then a funny hat and then some funny clothes. You don't have all the makeup. But, when you have smiles that go wider than they should, when you have eyes and eyebrows that go wider than they should, they seem to come off as unrealistic and inhuman. So some people really have issues with that. There are lots of different types of clowns. We generally deal with 3 or 4 different types in the classes. 2 of them we don't really deal with. One of them is the character clown, such as like the policeman with the little billy club. And the other would be a hobo clown. The 2 main clowns that we deal with, the 2 main clown types that we deal with, are the Auguste and the Joey. The Auguste clown is more the sad and fearful clown. He is always afraid, is always sad. The world is very rough on him. Everything he deals with has problems. He really can't deal with the world very well, and he lets you know. The Joey clown is a more confident clown. He's probably arrogant, probably too arrogant, because he still doesn't know anything, because he's just a stupid clown. But he is more happy, is more angry, can be very stubborn, because he isn't quite sure why things happen, but they can't be him, because he's very over self-confident. So that's the 2 juxtaposed against each other. Now, when a student goes through our school, they figure out which one of those that they are, because it really is something that they are naturally. I'm naturally a sad clown. That's what I fall under. Just because I think that's my default setting. It really depends on your personality. Other people, they could be an angry clown because they tend to be more stubborn. Or they could be a fearful clown because they're more fearful. Or a happy clown because they're just, no matter what happens, they're happy. Yeah, so most clowns don't do magic, though you definitely can. I do in my act. It's kind of hard to do magic in the sense that with magic you have to hit certain beats for the trick to work. And in clowning, you kind of deal with whatever obstacle is in front of you. So it's a balance of both of them. There are some wonderful clown magicians, but you don't have to do magic to be a clown. You could just be stupid and deal with reality the way it is. Yeah, so in our school, we only wear a red nose and funny clothes, like a funny hat, funny shirt, funny shoes. We don't really put makeup on our face. You definitely can. Some schools do that just as a way to show the inside of you, to make sure that the person that you're seeing on stage is not the normal everyday you. So you can do whatever you'd like. In our school, we just do the red nose. That's all you really need. So I'm going to show you how to put on a clown nose. The clown nose is this silicone red nose. It can be different shapes and sizes. This is just a medium nose. If you notice, there are 2 nostrils at the bottom. That goes on the bottom, where your nostrils are. Okay? Now when you put the nose on, you turn away from the camera. And then when you look back, you're wearing your nose. Now it's kind of hard to breathe out of your nose when you're wearing it. So you usually open your mouth, kind of let it slack. You don't deliberately open it, you just kind of let it open. And there you are. We make fun of people being mouth breathers. We consider them stupid. And yeah, we kind of are when we're clowns. And then all you have to do then is just forget what it's like to be an adult, to see the world as new, to see the world as a wonderful, scary, marvelous place, that everything you find, everyone you meet, is all wonderful and fresh and something to be explored and loved and hated, and however you feel, however you honestly feel.
What advice would you give someone who's unsure about becoming a clown?
My advice would be, come to the first round of classes. Come to level 1. And I think you'll find that it's very different. I think everybody who starts taking a class thinks it's all about juggling, or it's all about funny, paint on the face and funny shoes. But it's not. It's really about an emotional state of mind. It's about getting in touch with your emotions. It's about celebrating your failure. Our definition of clown is to celebrate your failure in public. From class number 1, the student fails. And we celebrate that. We think that's a wonderful thing. By the time they're done with class number 7, they're so incredibly free because they've come to terms that it's okay to fail. It's okay to be stupid, and it's okay to be yourself.
So if somebody wanted to become a clown, how could they start?
If you want to become a clown, basically you can go to clown school. My clown school is The Clown School, very easy to remember. What we do is we have 3 different levels of classes. Our first level is just basic. We go over the 4 emotions: anger, happiness, fearful, and sadness. And then we also use games and exercises to kind of get you out of your normal everyday life and to have you open up to the emotions that are inside of you and to just be realistic instead of hiding behind a facade or an armor that we say that we all have, that we show other people. You're allowed to be free and be open and just be who you are inside the you that you hide from everybody. And it's not scary. It's actually very freeing. And when people are done with that, with the level, they say just how wonderful it is and how amazed they are at how they're actually feeling things that they haven't felt since they were a child. Level 2, we get into character. So that's when we decide to be the Joey or the Auguste. We play around with being both of them. We also get into various props and various circumstances to create various scenarios and various clown skits, just in general in class. And then level 3, we take everything that we've learned, we put them together to do a show. We spend 7 weeks, and at the end of 7 weeks, we have a show that was created by the clowns specifically for this class. And we take an invited audience and we show them what we've done. And then the clown after that, if you want to continue clowning, want to get a little group together, you can do so and go out and do your own shows out around town. So if you want to get in contact with the Clown School, basically go to theclownschool.com. There you will see a class listing for Los Angeles and for Las Vegas. You can also get in contact with the administrator, David Brydell. He's the founder of the Clown School, and he can guide you in the right direction. If you want to get in contact directly with me, all you have to do is go to my Instagram. It's Eric Clown Teacher, at Eric Clown Teacher, and you can just message me there. Thanks very much. I had a wonderful time. Oh. Ow!